Hi everyone, it's Hayley. Hopefully you can see me alright. I am in AJ's bedroom today because I am doing AJ's 2-year update today, and thought this would be a good place to do it because this is his room and quite frankly the rest of my house is a mess. So I'm doing his update in here today. AJ will be 2 on Friday, which is in 2 days time, on the 21st of June. It's going to be 2. I can't believe that 2 years has gone by. Sometimes it feels like it has not been that long, and sometimes it feels like it's been like way longer than 2 years. It's just, I don't know, it's crazy. So yeah, I'm doing an update on him. He's out in the living room watching TV at the moment. I asked him if he wanted to be in the video and he said no, so he may come in and out during this, and I'll definitely put some clips and things of an update on him. I haven't done an update on AJ since he was 15 months old. I think was the last update I did on him. Yeah, 15 months old, so that was, yeah, 9 months ago. So yeah, a lot has changed since then, but yeah, I'll just sort of tell you where he is at 2, and yeah, so I'll start off with stats. He is weighing 12 kilos, which is about 26 pounds, between 26 and 27 pounds, and he is 86.5 centimetres tall, which is 34 inches, I think. But yeah, anyway, if you want to convert them properly you can, but yeah. So he's as far as in the percentiles, he's bang on in the 50th percentile for weight and the 50th percentile for height. So he's bang on average. He's had a growth spurt in the last few months. 3 months ago he was only 81.5 centimetres tall, so he's, I've got a whole list of his stats and stuff here. He's got at least 20 teeth. He refuses to open his mouth for me or let me put my finger in his mouth to count them, but he's got at least 20. I think the only ones we're waiting on are the very back molars on the bottom and the top to come in. I think he's only got 4 more teeth to come in, and that usually happens between the ages at around age 2.5. So yeah, he's got a mouth. As far as looks, he's got his big blue eyes, his hair. If you'll know, he was very much orange, a ginger haired little boy, and a baby. His hair is lightening up. It's becoming more of a dusty blonde. It's not as brightly orange or anything as it used to be. And I think his hair will eventually lighten up and become the same colour as his dad's hair, which is like it's the cross between a dusty blonde and a light brown. It's definitely not as dark as my hair. He's got very round eyes, big round eyes like I do. But everything else look-wise is his dad. Do you want to come and say hi?
Say hi.
Look at the camera. Say hi, look. Hi. Say hi. What are you doing? Yeah, as far as looks, he's definitely a mini-me of his dad. But like, if I look at pictures of my brother when he was younger, there's definitely big similarities between them as well. So in a way he's probably got a mix of both of us, but everybody just says he looks like Justin. But that's he has got eczema, not badly, just he gets a few little dry patches in strange places every now and then, just little patches, which are easily managed. It's definitely a very mild form of eczema. It's not because of any food allergies or anything, it's just a weather thing. It's to do with the weather here and the humidity and that sort of stuff affects it. It's a squirrel. Squirrel. So yeah, he has that, but it's really mild and very easily managed, thankfully. He's very cheeky. He is really witty. He is picking up on my sense of humour and his dad's sense of humour. Whoa, it's a tiger. He's picking up on our sense of humour, which is, we have a pretty similar sense of humour. My husband and I, we can be sort of kind of sarcastic. Yeah, it's a little sheep. Yeah, we can be, our sort of senses of humour can be quite sort of sarcastic, and we're very sort of like tease each other and sort of take digs at each other in a funny way. So he's kind of picking up on the teasing part. So in that way he's really cheeky, like he's picking up on the way we, my husband and I interact with each other and how we make each other laugh and things. So he's sort of picking up on that, and it's really quite cute because you see, it's fun to see how he is like us. And yeah, it's really funny. He talks constantly. He's very chatty. He likes to talk about his family and who he loves, and tells me how he loves Daddy, and he loves his aunts and his uncles and all that sort of stuff. He is a very loving boy. He's still very much into, will happily give you kisses and cuddles and all that sort of stuff. But I just don't force it. I don't force him to give me kisses and cuddles because sometimes he just doesn't want to. So, but he enjoys being very loving, and I definitely encourage the physical affection between him and his dad, because I really want them to have a good emotional connection, and my husband's always been very loving and things towards him, so it's good that AJ's sort of keeping that. He's really funny and just says the darndest things, as all kids do. But he's just really funny to be around. As far as speech goes, he's speaking in like 3 to 4 word sentences. He just talks all the time. He copies what you say. So we're definitely having to keep a lid on certain words and phrases that adults use. But he's starting to get into like telling stories, like if he's been watching a program on TV, one of his programs like on Jungle Junction or whatever on Disney Junior, quite often he'll come and tell me what's happened. He might say, oh no, Zuda is stuck, or he'll tell me what's going on the program, which is really cute. He's picked up on emotions that people show, different things that people are showing. He picked up on sadness really quickly. He's picked up on, if someone's tired, if someone's sad, if someone's crying, someone's got an ouchie, you know, if someone's hurt. In regards to, like, you know, people that he interacts with, and he can relate them to, you know, cartoons and things on TV doing the same thing. So he's picking up on how people are feeling, which I think is really cool. It's like, oh no, you know, baby cry, or mum tired, things like that. I guess, knowledge at this point. He knows all his colours by name and by sight identification. Can say that this is a black top, or that, you know, he's got blue pants on. He knows his ABCs. He can identify 20 out of the 26 letters if they're on their own. Sometimes he gets a bit confused when they're lowercase letters. He can get a bit confused as to what they are. So we're sort of working on that as it comes. He can count to 20, and he can identify numbers 1 through 12. Yeah, so he's picking up on things. He's started picking up on shapes now. He's decided that he wants to learn more about shapes. So he's picking up, he knows square, triangle, circle, star, oval. He knows what a rectangle is, but he struggles. Sometimes he can be like, doesn't quite remember how to say rectangle properly. I think that's it. Just like your basic shapes. Heart. And there's like, because there's a lot of blocks, like there's an X shape. He does that one too. So he's wanting to learn more about that. I've just been, whatever he's wanted to learn about or be more interested in, I've just followed him. I've never, and just, I think it was colours first that he first did, that he wanted to find out about, was colours. And so yeah, it was just like one thing after another, like it was colours, and then it was numbers, and then it was letters, and then now it's shapes. So it's just as he wants to do them. I don't sit down with him and force him to learn about it or anything like that. He just does it when he wants to, and very much sort of in a child-led learning. Just follow what he's interested in, because if I try and teach him something he's not interested in, he's not going to want to learn it, and he's not going to process it. He is getting really good at, his memory is very good in that he can remember, he's starting to remember parts of books, like sentences that are in books. He's got a particular book that he really likes, and I'll just read like one sentence and he'll fill in the next like 3 or 4 words after that. He's getting good at memorising nursery rhymes that we do. I can start off with Twinkle Twinkle Little Star, and he'll sort of carry on for the next sentence or something. Some favourites of his, favourite foods. He loves Pringles. I have them as a treat sometimes, so quite often I share my Pringles with him. Pretty much any kind of chips really, like potato chips, those sort of things. He doesn't get them a lot, so it's very special when he does. He likes tomato sauce, which is like ketchup, it's the same thing. He likes that with a lot of things, like he'll have it with, what has he dipped it in? He's dipped it in quite a few things, quite a few different foods. He just will dip the sauce in and have that. And he really loves fruit sticks, which is, if you're in New Zealand or even Australia, you probably know what these are, but it's just like, it's like a kid's sort of like snack food really, but it's one of the healthier ones around, so he really likes those. But as far as foods and eating, he will pretty much eat anything. Yeah, he's sort of picky on some things, but he will eat quite a lot of different things these days. He's definitely into his meat. He loves beef and chicken. He's not so much into like other meats or anything. But yeah, he's definitely a meat kid. Favourite vegetables, carrots, beans. Fruit, he loves grapes. For a long time, bananas were his absolute favourite, and then he sort of went off bananas. And he'll have one now and then now, but it's not like, I think he just had bananas so often that it was just like, oh, this is boring, I'll try something else. He's started to get into mandarins, and he likes apples, but grapes is, if you offer him grapes, he'll always eat the grapes. He loves his dairy, he loves cheese, loves his yogurt. He's not a big milk drinker. He has it in his breakfast cereal in the morning, but he doesn't drink it like from a cup. He eats yogurt and cheese every day, so he has a lot of dairy in other forms. Toys, he has always, I don't know if there are other kids that do this, but he has always been really into like things that are not toys, like collecting things like rocks, stones, coins, bottle caps, buttons. He's got a big jar full of these things that he's been collecting them for like a year. He started really getting into them, and he just plays with them and puts them in different jars and takes them out again and does different things with them. I've never had a problem with him trying to eat them or put them in his mouth or anything. I think it was just the fact that they made different noises and there was different colour bottle caps and things like that. So he's still very much into that sort of stuff. I think he's going to be a collector. I can sort of picture his room as he gets older with, you know, a jar full of this and collecting other things and whatnot. But he's getting into, in the last few months he's really gotten into his cars and his trucks and his, you know, diggers and all that sort of stuff. He's really gotten into that. So he will play with his cars. He'll play for a long time with cars and things. So he's growing out of the baby toys, in that he's starting to get specific interests. So a lot of the toys that he had on his first birthday, he doesn't really play with a lot anymore, which is fine because he's getting his specific interests, which I'm happy to indulge him in. If he wants more trucks and things to play with, not a problem. If he wants to keep collecting rocks and things, not a problem. He's also getting really into throwing balls, kicking balls, and he's got a lot of different sized ones, small ones, little ones, that sort of thing. He's really getting really into that now. He's doing a lot of drawing, colouring in. Well, I mean, he did have a colouring book where you colour in the picture, but now he just he draws on paper, and he'll tell me that he's drawing a tree, or that he's drawing a big elephant, or so he's starting to make that connection of, I can draw something myself and this is what it is. Of course it doesn't look anything like that, and I'll say to him, what are you drawing, you know, and he'll say, drawing a flower or whatever it is. I'm like, wow, you know, that's a really cool flower. And so I'm sort of letting him make his own way and that sort of thing. But yeah, he loves to do that. So yeah, he's changed so much in the last year in so many ways as far as interests and speech and what he can recall and what he knows and what he can identify and things like that. It's just crazy. It's really crazy. He has a few favourite TV shows. The only channel that he ever watches is Disney Junior. And I love Disney Junior. It's my preferred one out of Nickelodeon and Disney. I love the Disney Junior channel. Yeah, I just really love it. And he has quite a few that he likes. He's always really, from when he was really little actually, loved Jake and the Neverland Pirates. And at first it was just Jake and the Neverland Pirates that he loved. And now his interest is broadening to pirates in general, to the whole pirate sort of theme thing. He loves, he's seen the Peter Pan movies. He likes that whole pirate and pixie dust and that sort of theme, I guess you could say. So he's broadening that to not just Jake and the Neverland Pirates, but to things associated with that, which is really cool. He loves Handy Manny, and I think Handy Manny's really good. And he's really into the little Einsteins, and you know, like, he's interacting with that, and that's what I like about Disney Junior, is that it's very interactive, and he can identify, you know, if he's watching Mickey Mouse, that, you know, they do colours and things and all that stuff on there, and it's really good. Like, it just, yeah, he just really likes it, and I do. I'll give a toilet training update. He is not toilet trained. It became very clear by the 4th day of toilet training that he was not quite ready. I was finding that he was just like holding on for dear life. He would, so that he wouldn't have an accident and that he wouldn't go in the toilet. So he's not quite ready yet. But that's fine by me. He's not resistant to it. But there's just a few, he wasn't He wasn't upset or anything like that about going back into nappies. He was very indifferent about it. He liked being in undies. He was happy to be in undies. He didn't resist the undies or anything like that. He was quite happy to be in them, but he didn't like having accidents in them, but he still wasn't like willing to let himself pee in the toilet. Like, I would take him every 15 to 30 minutes and he would sit there. We would sit there for a couple of minutes, you know, and I would distract him, you know, we'd sing songs or play games or whatever, and he would like look like he was relaxing, but he wouldn't do anything, and then he would have an accident. Like, I could definitely tell he was like holding on for dear life. Got to the point where he was like holding on for like 5 hours, and I was like, this is just getting ridiculous. So put him back in nappies. He still tells me when he's going, when he's doing a pee in his nappy. He still tells me when he's done a poo, so he hasn't like stopped telling me what he's doing or anything like that. We're just gonna concentrate on other things at the moment. We are going to be moving him to a big bed, his big bed, which I'm sitting on right now. We are going to be doing that at the room. So hopefully that'll give us a good couple of months until baby is born, and then hopefully he'll be all settled in his big bed. His big bed is made up. It's got blankets and things on it, and he comes and plays on it and things, so he's getting used to it being in the bedroom and things. As far as napping, sleeping goes, he sleeps through the night, no problem. He's in bed by 7:30 at night, and he wakes up at about 7:30 in the morning. So he's getting, but for a long time he wasn't napping. So I've shifted it. Normally he would go to bed right after lunch, but now he's going down to bed between sort of 12:45 and 1 p.m. and if he's tired he'll sleep, if he doesn't he won't. But the last few days he has slept. This is only in the last sort of week that I've shifted his time. But yeah, no, he's been napping the last few days, so that's good, and quite long naps. So I think he just needs to stay up a bit longer in the morning. I think he's not quite worn out yet, and it hasn't affected his sleeping at night. So, but yeah, still doing his 3 main meals and his 2 snacks. He's who he is, and he's a really wonderful kid, and love him to bits. I can't believe he's going to be 2, and he's just, but he's not my baby anymore, and I don't know, he's not even a toddler anymore. He really is he's just a boy. He's just a little boy, a little kid who, you know, knows who he is. He's very, you know, adamant about certain things, and knows what he likes and what he doesn't like, and lets you know, so no, he's just a really cool kid. And I will leave it there. If you have any questions or anything, just leave them below, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye!
Oh.
No, you don't want to be on the camera? Okay. Can you wave bye-bye?